viewers, welcome to session 5 of Unit 5, Advantages and Disadvantages of Authentic Assessment. I am Unkaila Desmani, your course instructor for this course. By the end of this session, you should be able to explain advantages and disadvantages of authentic assessment. Advantages of authentic assessment. It focuses on a complex learning outcome that often cannot be measured by other methods. A clear example is the certain behavior of students, which the teacher needs to measure by observation, and this cannot be seen in other type of assessment. It allows the teacher to see the student as an individual and identify his or her characteristics, needs, strengths, and weakness. Because each individual takes part in the assessment, and you'll be able to know each individual's performance, and based on that you can identify the strengths and weakness, and also give advice or recommendation for such students. It allows students to be creative in the classroom. It involves students in the assessment process because everybody will take part. It allows teachers to diversify their approaches to teaching, because we are doing authentic assessment in classroom. You will be able to know that what your approach, if students are getting it correct or not. If your approach is not good for students based on the assessment outcome, then you can diversify your teaching approach. Okay, so that's authentic assessment. You can look for more on in your course material. Advantages of authentic assessment. It is typically time consuming for students and teachers. It's actually time consuming. Imagine you want to do a certain experiment that requires let's say mathematical investigations. It will take time for you to finish carrying out such investigations. Fewer assessments may be gathered, so if they are not carefully devised, fewer learning goals will be assessed. Okay, so if they are not carefully, fewer learning goals will be assessed, because it cannot assess all the entire, unlike the multiple choice questions where you can bring a number of questions there. The difficult to assess reliability, which can lead to inaccuracies and unfair evaluation, because you, the teachers, assessing your student, sometimes you think you may be unfair because you likeness and dislikeness of certain students. You can be biased there. Teachers might develop their own criteria, which can be initially difficult or unfamiliar. Good. So data from portfolio assessment can be difficult to analyze, especially over long periods of time. So that is disadvantages of authentic assessment. So in this session, we've talked about advantages and disadvantages of authentic assessment.